So there's two sides of American exceptionalism. There's like praising it and being a nationalist and being very patriotic and all that. You know, the strong man idea that just, you know, that this was our birthright and fate to take America. Manifest destiny. That's probably American exceptionalism, or at least a white supremacy side of it. But the other side of American exceptionalism is fear mongering with America, completely saying everything about America is bad, claiming America is bad and everything else in the world is good, or at least everything else not as bad as America. And with this, most people can't really see the forest from the trees because they're so focused on their own like hatred, and they're sickened by the country they're in, you know, for good reasons. But they get so focused and they go down the rabbit hole, you know, of, you know, I understand, but lately I feel like all the research and stuff I've done, like whether I've watched podcasts, read books, um, what my friends say about the world, which is pretty antithetical slightly to what I have to say. I feel like I'm American exceptionalist in a way where America freaks me out a little bit. You know, I'm aware the Chinese government is really fucked up. Um, but the citizens are likely fine, obviously. Um, Russia is obviously terrifying. The citizens are obviously fine. The government's fucked up. Same goes with Ukraine. Even though I defend Ukraine and the people to have their autonomy, there's lots of people who say, well, there used to be this unity with Russia and Ukraine as one people since they both share a language roots. But I think the people who want their own autonomy today, like, we shouldn't just shove a fucking past way of life down their throats just because they used to be a united. Like, that's pretty stupid. And it would be pretty rude and, you know, probably ruin people's lives. But, you know, traditionalism for you. Um, yeah. So, as much as my angle of research and interests are almost against America, I still respect the citizens of America and I want what's best for them. You know, the government, most governments are pretty freaky. Not saying we don't need government, uh, as cringy as that is to say. Like, I feel like the citizens could self govern, but, um, okay, this has nothing to do with the video topic, but yeah, self-governing citizens, I don't know about that, mainly because we've been trained to have leaders and kind of do what we're told. So there's this like, I don't know, like we're adapted and evolved in a sense to just have leaders. You know, we don't really do the egalitarian thing where we like share goals. Nowadays, we do share goals, but the people who help are just disposable for the income, you know. So, uh, yeah, I think it's important to realize America is, has, and will always do messed up stuff, but you can't focus on all of that. You got to know other countries are just as like cringe and bad. You got to realize America has done certain things right. Like, you know, I'm sure there's lots of people helping old ladies down the street, you know, giving money and food to the poor, making sure they don't buy like alcohol and ruin their day up when they should be eating something good. Um, there's lots of things that we when we think of like good things, we only think of like government and like uh, you know, systems at play, but there's a lot of citizens doing a lot of good work out there in America. I mean, in other places too, but I'm focused on America because I'm an American. So, of course, I'm gonna be a little like obsessed with our world at hand and what's going on. And uh, yeah, so I think it's good for people to have hope, but I don't really see it lately. But I don't think we should just give up on everything and throw everything out with the bathwater and whatnot. Um, so yeah, two sides to American exceptionalism, where you praise it or you fear it and extrapolate that fear into having it be like the ultimate boogeyman. And I think that's pretty unhealthy. And I think we need to find a middle ground while at the same time, this isn't about both sides. I feel like whenever we talk about America, it's America versus someone, but not like everyone together, struggling with each other. It's just this dichotomy that we generally focus on because we're centered in our own viewpoint in America. Uh, yeah. See ya.